Roughly 28 million Americans will likely receive another stimulus check in 2022. Also, the official website has been announced where you can go to get some of these free at-home COVID tests. And the incredibly high gas prices, one analyst is suggesting by March of this year. I have all the details for you in this video, so let's get into it right now. But if you haven't done so yet, or if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video so you can join the #1 channel right here on YouTube dedicated to bringing you daily updates as it pertains to low income, no income, fixed income, Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, stimulus checks, stimulus packages, and so many other things that we're talking about right here in these videos every single day, as there's a lot of things changing when it comes to all of these packages, proposals, amendments, announcements, and everything else that's going on out there. It's changing very rapidly, and as I say in all my videos, I want to do whatever I possibly can to make sure that I'm right here by your side, keeping you updated, as well as making sure that anytime something is announced, we can get on it right away and take advantage of these programs or anything else that's coming out for all of these groups that I mentioned earlier. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I am your one and only daily advocate, and I am very much committed to you and this community as a whole to be here right by your side every single day. All right, so let's get into this right now. One quick side note, yes, my wife Corey will be back here in just a couple minutes with the new updated list of shoutouts for those names pulled right out of the fan club, and that list changes every single video, so stay tuned as we'll have more shoutouts in just a couple minutes here. All right, so let's quickly talk about a few of the things that I have updates for you in this video. First off, let's quickly talk about these gas prices that were being suggested by this analyst just earlier today. So, remember about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago now, honestly, I don't remember exactly when or which date this was announced, but the president was out and he announced that there were going to be 50 million barrels of oil that were going to be released from the reserves to help lower the gas prices. Well, I hope that you filled up your tank during the about 2-day window when gas prices were actually down about 15 cents. If not, well, I guess that was about it, and prices are going to be going much, much higher. In fact, they already have gone higher since then. But according to this analyst, just earlier today, said that he anticipates a nationwide gas average of $4 per gallon. Yes, thank you very much. We love it, and we cannot wait to pay $4 per gallon. So, this is what this analyst is suggesting, and he's also suggesting that crude oil will be well over $100 per barrel, which also translates into gas prices, right? They take the crude oil, they refine it down into gasoline, which we put into our cars, and we are the end consumer, right? Yeah, so it all comes back on us every single time. The consumer. Yeah, that's us. So anyway, now this analyst was suggesting that this $4 per gallon, again, national average, but remember, there's pockets throughout the country, sometimes California, places like that. If it's going to be $4 on a nationwide average, ooh, look out California, you might be looking at $8, $9, $10 a gallon. Ouch, right? Because even just a little while ago, a couple months ago, when we were looking at $3.50 a gallon, it was what, $6, $7 in some areas in California? Wow, yeah. So anyway, this analyst is suggesting that this $4 per gallon average throughout the entire country here is likely going to be hitting in March, April, and May. So that's not that far from right now, right? So, of course, I'll keep you posted as I get more information. And again, this is just one analyst giving this information. Who knows? I'm not even sure if he knows what he's talking about, but considering the information that I was reading about this, it sounds like he's a pretty knowledgeable person about this. He's an analyst on gas and oil and stuff like that, so I'd anticipate he probably knows what he's talking about. Let's just hope that doesn't come true, because that's going to be one more thing that we have to pay more for in conjunction with all of our food, which, by the way, remember, a lot of this inflation that we're dealing with right now is directly correlated to high gas prices. Why? We don't eat gas. Well, I hope you don't. Please don't eat gas. That's not a good thing. Quick, funny story here, really fast. Actually, I shouldn't even tell you this. Okay, I told you I'm going to tell you a story. I'll tell you a really quick story. It has nothing to do with anything, but I'll tell you a quick story. All right, so back when I was younger, my brother and I had a couple snowmobiles. If you don't know what that is, just take a trip up north. When it gets to be wintertime, it's a little little sled thing that has a motor in it, and you drive it real fast. I mean, just kidding. Dad, if you're watching, we drove it real slow. Trust me, we drove it really slow. But anyway, so it's a snowmobile. Anyway, I was out riding one day and it broke down, and I was like, oh man, I don't know what to do here. So anyway, I was trying to get gas, like, through the fuel line. So I unplugged it and I was like, what can I do to create a suction? When in doubt, suck on the gas line, right? Bad idea. Don't do that. So anyway, I tried to create a suction in the gas line and I started sucking on it because I thought this will create a suction to pull gas through the line, right? Well, I got a mouth through the gas. It was not good. Please do not do that, okay? So that's my disclaimer right there. But funny story on my behalf that, yeah. Oh man, I was not a smart kid. I'm just being honest with you. That was a brainiac idea, and honestly, it didn't even work, whatever I was trying to do. I don't remember. I just remember I got gas in my mouth and it tasted awful. So please don't do that. Anyway, back to the update here, and I hope that that ridiculous story got you maybe laughing a little bit. All right, so anyway. My point is higher gas prices, and it all translates into the products that we buy at our store shelves. Why? Well, because all of that product that we buy on our store shelves is brought to the stores by, yes, big semi trucks, right? Therefore, they also run on fuel, diesel, in most cases. Therefore, if prices continue to rise, that just means transportation costs even more. Therefore, they need to translate all of that price increases into the consumer, which is us, once again, by raising prices. Yay! All right, so anyway, sorry, I know that this video is getting to be a little bit long already just because of my ridiculous story. But anyway, all right, let's quickly talk through these other topics here. So remember, we've been talking about these free at-home COVID tests. Remember these? Well, we officially have a website that is going to be launched and available as of January 19th. So that was the announcement just earlier today. January 19th, so Wednesday of next week, we can start logging in and grabbing these free COVID tests. Here are the parameters around this. It's going to be, you can get up to 4 COVID tests per residential household. You can get those 4 tests, and you can start getting them on January 19th, and the website is covidtests.gov. Let me spell that out for you, just because, whatever. So COVID, COVID, tests.gov. COVID tests. .gov, okay? So make sure you got that .gov on the end. That's very important. So anyway, that'll be launching on January 19th. You can go to that website and you can order these free at-home COVID tests if you're interested in doing so at that website, COVID tests, with an S at the end of tests, sorry, a lot of S sounds, .gov. So check that out if you're interested. All right, next, let's quickly talk about the 28 million people that'll likely be receiving a stimulus check in 2022. All right, so this was just announced. This is new information. And as I said, regardless of where it's coming through in the country, whether it's on a nationwide level or state by state, I still want to be here because I know that a lot of you are spread across the entire country. I want to make sure that we're getting as many of you as much money as possible. All right. The governor of the state of California has just announced a a record budget for the 2022 fiscal year of let me start over. The California governor just announced a record budget of $286 billion for the 2022 fiscal year. That's massive, over $250 billion as a record budget for the state of California. At the same time, he also announced a cash surplus of $45.7 billion, whereas they were projecting $31 billion. So they have almost $15 billion more than what they actually anticipated having. Therefore, he also indicated likely another stimulus check in the state of California. If you're in the state of California, this would be stimulus check number 6 for you. Unbelievable, right? 3 from the state of California. Well, no, it would actually be 2 from the state of California. The Golden State Stimulus plus the Golden State Stimulus 2, which was actually expanded on. And then now this one, which again has not officially been released, but according to the governor of California, there's likely going to be another tax rebate, which is exactly what it is, a stimulus check, right? So that's exactly what all the stimulus checks are, is a tax rebate. And yeah, he's already announced it and said there's likely going to be another tax rebate. So I'll keep you posted on that. If we get more information on these on the stimulus checks out of the state of California, if it does actually happen to go through. But yeah, they're sitting on a pile of cash over there in California. Wow, they have a lot of money going forward, and it's going to be another record budget year. So with that being said, I apologize for dragging this video out a little bit too long here with my story. Honestly, I never should have said that story in the first place, but realistically, sometimes I like to share a little bit about my ridiculous childhood and how, yeah, the really bad ideas that I had back then. So, not saying that I have great ideas today. I'm just saying I had really bad ideas when I was younger, right? Sometimes I like to share those ideas with you. Anyway, just another bad one that I had when I was, doing what I did in that story earlier. So, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below the video. Share this video with your friends, family, social media. Go back and check out any of the other 2,000 videos right here on the channel. And of course, make sure to stay tuned here as Corey's going to stop in for that list of shoutouts and those new names that are going to be pulled right out of the fan club. Remember, the fan club is 100% optional. It is not required by any means. It's just for those people who maybe want a little bit more right here on the channel. But otherwise, all the videos here on the channel are 100% free, always have been, and always will be going forward. So with that being said, if you're interested in checking out the fan club, there's a link down below in the description. Otherwise, at the top of the comments section, I will also pin a comment there if you want to check it out. If not, that's totally fine too. No problem at all. All my videos will continue to be free 100% every single day for you. So with that being said, Corey, take it away. Congratulations to all the shoutouts in this video, and stay tuned as that list is updating every single video. All right, Corey, take it away.
We are happy to shout out Karen Giddis, Jennifer Myers, Sarah Rudnicki, Marcella Reyes, Edward Kloby, and Lisa Jimerson. Thank you guys for being in the fan club.